Hi, my name is Caleb and this is a tutorial on using Carmaker dictionary blocks to read in values from Simulink and output values to Carmaker. So at the top of our model here we've got a Simulink block that calculates a slip for the front and back axles on average. So we want to be able to see those values in Carmaker. So we need to go to our Simulink library browser here and then go to Carmaker 4SL where all our Carmaker related dictionary blocks are. And before we can write to our Carmaker dictionary, we have to actually create the Carmaker dictionary. So we go to Find Carmaker Dictionary. And so if we just quickly jump into IPG control, we can see that all the variables have got, well, most of the variables have two different levels. So we can group our variables together. I've got a section here called Caleb, just so I can find my variables that I've made more quickly. And so we do that in Simulink by using a period between the names. So we could do, in this case, maybe like test.frontslip, and then we need two blocks because we've got two variables we want to see in Carmaker. So we'll call that backslip. And now that we've defined our dictionaries, we need to go back to our library browser and actually get a write Carmaker dictionary block so that we can write to our Carmaker dictionary block that we've just created. So we just name that exactly the same as we've just already done. And then we need another one again, obviously. And after this we just connect it up to our output signals, like so. And now we can go to C code and compile our code and hopefully everything will work. So that'll take a few seconds. We can jump into Carmaker. So we can see that our variables haven't come up yet, obviously. We actually need to run the simulation once first for Carmaker to pick up on our new variables. So we'll just do that quickly. And you should be able to see that our variables have come up now. So when we run our simulation again, we can actually output our variables to IPG control and be able to see how they vary. So you can kind of see when I fit this, when we finished, that the longitudinal front wheel slip matches up quite well with the front slip, and obviously the back slip's a bit different because it's got more grip. But we can see that since my one starts as a kind of ratio, so we've got slip of like 1.2, it's one higher than Carmaker's slip, which uses just a percentage, so it's like 0.2. So now we can also see how we can actually read in values from Carmaker into Simulink so that we can use them in our model. So we've actually done that already in our traction control here, where we've kind of read in the longitudinal slip. So if you want to read something in, basically you can read in anything in IPG control. In this case we've used car.longslip front left. So if we go down, we should be, we can find it here. And so again we use a period between it to indicate the different levels. And so any of the variables in here we can get, so we can get like the steering angle, the friction on the wheels and the torque, but there are some variables that we might want that we can't get, so that's something to watch out for. So for example, you might want to get the rolling radius of the wheel, but unfortunately Carmaker doesn't actually have that in the actual Simulink block. So we can find here that the name for our effective rolling radius is rbelt_f, or effective, I guess. And if we look for that, we can see that if we're using C, we can get it out like this, and if we're using MATLAB, we can get it out like this, but the dictionary variable is actually missing for Simulink. We can get the slip angle, we can get the longitudinal slip, we can get the turn slip, we can get the velocity of the tire tread, but we can't actually get the effective rolling radius. So if you want something like that, I recommend that you go into, where is it? I've got on my desktop, I think. Sorry about this. If formula student generic. Where's our formula student? Yeah, here it is. Go into data, and then into tire and examples, and then you find the tire that you want, and then just open up in a text editor, and you can actually find the the kinetic rolling radius in here, and I believe that's in meters. Because that seems like if it was in centimeters, that sounds like a very small effective rolling radius. Yeah, so that's in meters, and so that's what we've done to calculate our slip. We haven't actually been able to get the rolling effective radius straight out of MATLAB. So that's basically it for this tutorial. Thanks for listening.